Hey y'all, this is Southern Woods here. Welcome to another March Madness style tournament. This time around we have pizza chains going head to head against each other. Hey, everyone has a go-to favorite pizza chain, alright? You can like multiple, but there's always one that's going to be your go-to that you love. So which one of those is that to you? Put it down in the comments. Who do you want to see go all the way and be the pizza champion, alright? On the flip side, everyone has a pizza chain that they just kind of stay away from. If someone's saying, hey, I'm ordering pizza, make sure it's not from that place. I don't like it. So which one of those is that to you? Put that in the comments. Hopefully they'll get knocked out early, right? So if you don't know how these tournaments go, basically I'm going to be drawing categories from the Magical Bowl. Each of these pizza chains are going to go head to head, first in a best out of 5 series. So first to 3 points wins. If it sounds a little confusing now, don't worry, it'll be easy to follow along. We only have 12 seeds. There's not a whole bunch of pizza chains out there nationally. So we're going to have the play-in round, the Elite Eight, Final Four, and Championship all in one grand pizza video. So before we get started, if you can't tell, I sound maybe a little rough. I've had some respiratory ailments this past week, so I'm not 100%, but I'm going to try to get through this whole video for y'all. Let's get going with the first matchup. We have the 8th seed Jets against the 9th seed Sbarro. Not Sparrow, Sbarro. All right, let's get this first category rolled up. Again, we have 13 categories this time around, starting with number 11, which is going to be my slogan preference. All right, so looking at these two chains and what their slogans are: Jets, life is short, eat better pizza, let's get Jets. That's okay, all right. Sbarro, they don't have a slogan right now that I could find. They're the only pizza chain without a slogan, based off of my research. So by default, Jets is going to get a point here, leading 1-0. Next one we're going to roll is category 6. Category 6 is going to be worker review. So how do the workers feel about working for that pizza chain? Jets, we have a 3.8 out of 5-star average. That's actually fairly decent for these pizza chains. Sbarro, 3.4 out of 5. So nearly half a point less. Jets is going up quickly 2-0, threatening to sweep Sbarro. All right, next up in the Magical Bowl, we got category 9. For y'all new viewers, for some reason I put lines over my 9s instead of the 6s. Don't even ask me. Category 9 is going to be straight up my personal preference. Well, I haven't had Sbarro, but I have had Jets. So by default here, Jets is going to sweep Sbarro 3-0. Moving on to the Elite Eight. Sbarro, you are out of here. The next matchup we have in this play-in round is going to be the last seed, CC's The Pizza Buffet, against the 5th seed, Godfather's Pizza. Getting straight into the roll. Let's go. We got category 1 to start us off with. Category 1 is what they're seeded upon, which is revenue. CC's last seed with $76 million revenue. CC's have kind of been in plummet in recent years. Most buffet chains have. Godfather's $980 million, just outside the $1 billion revenue mark. So Godfather's going to go up 1-0 here. All right, what's going to be pulled next? We got category 11. Category 11 is, once again, a slogan. Godfather's slogan is a pizza you can't refuse. You know, a play on the Godfather's movie, an offer you can't refuse. So I like that. That's pretty nifty. I like that a lot. Meanwhile, CC's Beyond Pizza. It's one of their newer slogans from their new management. I don't like it as much as a pizza you can't refuse. So we're going to give the point here to Godfather's, which goes up quickly 2-0 against CC's. All right, next up we got category 5. I got a funky 5 on that piece of paper. Category 5 is going to be customer review. We've already seen worker review today. Now let's take it to the customers, right? CC's 3.5 out of 5-star average among its customers. You know, that's okay. Meanwhile, Godfather's a solid 4 out of 5 star, which is one of the better ones in this tournament. So Godfather's back-to-back sweeps because they're sweeping CC's. CC's, you are out of here. Godfather's moving on to the Elite Eight. 2 sweeps to start us off. We have 2 more play-in rounds before the Elite Eight. Next matchup is the 6th seed Papa Murphy's against the 11th seed, second to last seed, Hungry Howie's. All right, let's get to rolling. We're going to be starting off with the last category, 13, which is going to be music industry. How many times are these pizza chains referenced in songs? So let's start with Hungry Howie's. They're in 2 songs, most notably by The Alchemist. Meanwhile, Papa Murphy's, they're in no notable music that I can find, so Hungry Howie's gets away with one, going up 1-0. All right. Next one we're drawing is category 2. We are getting a good variety early in this video. Category 2 is going to be number of locations these chains have. Papa Murphy's 1,139 locations nationally. Meanwhile, Hungry Howie's only 550. So Papa Murphy's is going to tie this up 1-1. No sweep here. All right. Next up, what we pulling? We got category 11. So once again, we got slogans rocking it out. Papa Murphy's slogan is take and bake pizza. Take and bake pizza. Okay, that's okay. Hungry Howie's, home of the flavored crust pizza. None of those are really great. Home of the flavored crust pizza and take and bake pizza. Take and bake pizza is a little shorter, I guess a little more catchy. So I'm going to give the point here to Papa Murphy's. They're going up 2-1. Next category we got going on is 3. Again, good variety. 3 is going to be your average price of a large cheese pizza from these chains, all right? That's like the base. Large cheese pizza. For Hungry Howie's, it's going to run you up $8, which is pretty respectable in today's market. Papa Murphy's, $9. Again, somewhat respectable in today's market, but $1 more expensive isn't going to cut it here for them. Hungry Howie's got a cheaper cheese pizza. They're going to tie this up 2-2. We have a good matchup. Next point wins. Whichever category this was that flew out is going to be it. Category 5. So we're going back to the customer reviews here. Hungry Howie's, a 4 out of 5 star. Pretty good. Meanwhile, Papa Murphy's, 4.5 out of 5 star, which is, I think, the best on this list. So Papa Murphy's is going to edge out Hungry Howie's 3-2. Moving on to the Elite Eight. Hungry Howie's, you are out of here. All right, our last play-in matchup is going to be the 7th seed Round Table against the 10th seed Marco's Pizza. Let's get this going. Start us off, we got category 6. Category 6 is going to be worker review. Round Table has a worker review average of 3.6 out of 5 star. That's not bad. Marco's, 0.1 less, 3.5 out of 5 star. So Round Table going to get a 1-point lead here. All right. Next up, we got category 13, going back to the music industry. Marco's, no notable music I can find. Same with Round Table, reroll. All right. Next up, we got a slow draw. Okay, one just flew. The flying one is the chosen one. Category 3, we got that price of the large cheese pizza. Round Table, don't fly out of your seats here. $17.99 for a large cheese pizza. You heard me right. Now, I know some of y'all on the verge of fainting or having a seizure. Don't let me resuscitate you because Marco's is cheaper, but only by $1. $16.99 for a large cheese pizza. Now y'all are really having a heart attack. I'm going to get the defibrillator, and get you back to life. So Marco's edges out Round Table in that category by $1. Both very expensive for a large cheese pizza. I know some of y'all are still passed out on the floor. I couldn't get all y'all. Next category is 11. Category 11, once again, we're getting slogan each matchup. Very important right now. Marco's slogan is cut slices, not corners, okay? Kind of an efficiency slogan. Cut slices, cut the damn pizza, not the corners. I kind of like that. Round table, the last honest pizza. The Round Table Pizza chain is kind of a play on medieval times, kind of knights, you know, the Knights Round Table or something like that. So the last honest pizza is how I imagine they would say it. I'm not sure. I kind of like that. I don't know. I'm kind of a nerd for medieval history and stuff like that. So Round Table is going to get a point here, leading 2-1. All right. Next category we got going on is that 9. So 9 is going to be my personal preference here, right? Yeah. Well, I haven't had Round Table, but I've had Marco's only like once. So by default, Marco's is going to tie this up 2-2. All right. Category 1, revenue is going to end it. Round Table, 7th seed, $736 million revenue. Marco's only $99 million, about a 7 times difference. So Round Table is going to edge them out. Moving on to the Elite 8. Marco's, you are out of here. All right, my voice was able to get me this far. Let's hope it keeps going because we are in the Elite 8 matchups now. Looking at this lineup, the last or the biggest Cinderella story we got going on is the 8th seed Jets. No double-digit seeds made it to the Elite 8. So if you're looking for a little bit of an underdog story, look for the 8th seed Jets, who is going to be going up against the 1st seed Pizza Hut, starting us out right now. Pizza Hut been in decline a little bit, but they are still the biggest pizza chain juggernaut out there. We got category 6 to start us off, which is going to be worker review. We have Jets coming in at a 3.8 out of 5-star average, again, which isn't that bad for this category. Pizza Hut, 3.5 out of 5-star average. So Jets gonna edge them out real quick, 1-0 to start us off. Next up, we got 13. We're going back to the music industry here. Jets is in no notable music I can find, but Pizza Hut the most, 27 songs, most notably by the Fast Food Rockers, Afro Man, and Tim McGraw, all referencing Pizza Hut. So Pizza Hut gonna tie this up 1-1 quickly. All right. Next category we got going on is 7. First time getting 7 in this video, and 7 is going to be average starting pay an hour. So for your baseline worker, average starting pay an hour. Pizza Hut only paying them $8.52 on average an hour. Meanwhile, Jets, $10.22, so about $2 more an hour starting out on average. So Jets is going to get a point here, ahead of Pizza Hut. This Elite 8 matchups are still best out of 5, so 1st to 3. Next up, we got category 10. First time getting category 10 here, which is going to be my logo preference. So let's look at these two logos here. We have Jets Pizza, which is pretty cool. There's a lot going on. You have, from what I remember, either the city of Chicago or the city of New York in the background. Jets kind of has the Italian flag coloration. I kind of like it. It's pretty nice. But Pizza Hut, it's just so iconic. All right, it's simple, nice font with the hut, the red Pizza Hut up top. I have to give the point here to Pizza Hut. So they're tying this thing up 2-2. It wouldn't be easy to go against the number 1 seed, but Jets can still pull it off. Let's see. Next up, we have category 8. Wow, we are getting all the categories we haven't gotten before. Category 8 is established date. So the oldest pizza chain is going to win here. Jets was established in 1978. Pizza Hut, 1958, 20 years older. So they are going to win to move on to the Final Four. Jets put up hell of a battle, but it wasn't enough. Pizza Hut, congratulations, you're moving on. Jets, jet out of here. You're done. All right, the next Elite Eight matchup that we have is the 5th seed Godfathers, who we saw knock out CC's, against the 4th seed Little Caesars. So let's get this one going. Little Caesars, best known as the affordable choice, the broke choice. We got category 3 to start us off. That is very coincidental because that's the large size cheese pizza price. Let's see. Godfathers, $15.99. I see people in the back passing out again, gasping, trying to get their breath because that is an expensive cheese pizza once again we got going on. Meanwhile, Little Caesars, $6 for a large cheese pizza. All right, so almost a $10 difference. Little Caesars going up 1-0 because they are the affordable choice. Nothing wrong with that. That's getting them a point here. Next up, we got multiple. So since I grabbed a whole bunch, we're going to reroll. Next up, we got category 9. Category 9 is my preference here. I haven't had Godfathers, but I've had Little Caesars quite a bit. So Little Caesars actually going up 2-0 right now, threatening to sweep Godfathers, who swept CC's. So if you're a big CC's fan, you're looking for a sweet revenge right here. We got category 11, going back to them slogans. So, Godfathers, the pizza you can't refuse, right? I like that. But pizza, pizza. 2 words. Catchy as hell, Little Caesars, man. Pizza, pizza. I got to get the point to Little Caesars here. So they are sweeping Godfathers. Godfathers, you are out of here. Little Caesars moving on to the final 4. Next up, we got the battle of the Papas. We have the 6th seed Papa Murphy's against the 3rd seed Papa John's. Let's get this going. First category we got is 6. That's going to be worker review. Hey, my dad worked for Papa John's for like 20 years or so. My cousin worked at Papa John's for a while. A lot of close family friends work for Papa John's, so I know the insider story about working for Papa John's. Let's see if it correlates here. First up with Papa Murphy's, though, 3.4 out of 5-star average on the lower end. Papa John's, 3.4 out of 5-star. So the Papas are tying it up right now with a reroll. All right. We got category 13, time for the music industry. Papa Murphy's, not in any notable music I could find, but Papa John's is in 3 songs, most notably by Weezer. So, Papa John's going to get a point here. All right, next up, we got, what is this? 7. Category 7 is going to be that pay, starting pay an hour. Papa John's, $8.95 an hour starting out. Meanwhile, Papa Murphy's, $10.35, a couple dollars more. So Papa Murphy's is going to tie this thing up 1-1. All right. Next up, we got category 3. So this is going to be that price of a large cheese pizza. Papa Murphy's, $9. Papa John's, they've kind of gone up in prices recently. $15 on the national average for a large cheese pizza. Kind of shocking. I didn't realize they've gotten that pricey. Papa Murphy's is now leading 2-1. Trying to see who is the superior Papa. Next up, we got category 5, which is going to be those customer reviews. Papa John's, 3.5 out of 5-star. Papa Murphy's, 4.5 out of 5-star. A whole point more. In a shocking matchup, in my opinion, because Papa John's is my favorite pizza chain. Papa Murphy's, though, proved that they are the superior Papa, I suppose, because they're moving on to the final 4, and Papa John's is getting left in the dust. So, we have one more Elite 8 matchup, and that is going to be the 7th seed Roundtable against the 2nd seed Domino's. Let's see. We got category 12. First time getting category 12 today, which is movie industry. How many times are these products placed in movies and TV shows? Well, Roundtable has 0 product placement that I can find. Meanwhile, Domino's second most with 24 product placements. So Domino's going to get an early point here, leading 1-0. All right, next up we got category 10. Category 10 is going to be logo preference here. I really do like the round table logo. I like the simple black and white color scheme and kind of the medieval font. It's pretty cool, but Domino's, pretty iconic, a little bit more colorful. I just, out of respect, I think I have to give it to Domino's here, although I do like the round table logo. So Domino's is going to go up 2-0, threatening to sweep round table. All can come down to this. Category 9. Category 9 here is my preference. Okay, well, I've never had a round table. I like Domino's okay, but by default, Domino's is going to sweep round table in a very quick matchup. So round table, you are out of here. Domino's, you're moving on to the Elite Four. The Final Four, I mean. All right, y'all, we're here in the Final Four of this Pizza Chain March Madness series. We have the 1, 2, and 4th seed. We would have had the 3rd seed, but Papa John's got knocked out by Papa Murphy's. So your biggest Cinderella story is going to be the 6th seed, Papa Murphy's. But first up, we got the number 1 seed, Pizza Hut, against the 4th seed, Little Caesars. The Final Four is best out of 7, so first to 4 points will win instead of 3. Let's get this going with Category 11. Category 11 is going to be that logo preference. Once again, Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Little Caesars, pizza, pizza. No one out-pizzas the Hut or pizza, pizza. Both of these are really good. Some of my favorites in this tournament. But again, I think what makes a great slogan is simplicity, catchiness, and, you know, cleverness. And I just think Pizza Pizza is better a little bit. So I'm going to give the point here to Little Caesars. They go up 1-0 against Pizza Hut. All right, next up we got Category 1, which is revenue. Little Caesars in 4th with $1.1 billion revenue. But Pizza Hut first place, or first seed, with $12.9 billion revenue. So Pizza Hut tying this thing up 1-1. Next up, we got Category 2, which is going to be number of locations. Little Caesars, 4,192 locations. Meanwhile, Pizza Hut, 6,831 locations. So Pizza Hut has the edge here as well. They're going up 2-1. All right, next up, we got Category 5. Category 5, again, with that customer review. Little Caesars, 3.4 out of 5-star average with their customers. Pizza Hut, a abysmal 2.5 out of 5-star, dead in the middle at a 50%. That's not even, 50%. That's pretty rough. Little Caesars going to tie this thing up 2-2. There's only one category we haven't gotten so far. We'll see if we ever get it. Category 3, next is that prize for the large cheese pizza. Well, Little Caesars is the cheapest. Well, actually, second cheapest. Cece's had a $5.74 pizza, but they're out. Second cheapest with $6 for a large cheese pizza. Pizza Hut, kind of, again, more expensive than I thought they were. With a $14.99 large cheese pizza. So, Little Caesars up 3-2. Again, first to 4. Little Caesars could pull off a mini upset. Let's get this going with, 7. We'll get the one that flew. Category 7 is that pay an hour. Little Caesars paying their employees $10.18, starting out on average an hour. Pizza Hut only $8.52. That's one of the cheaper ones on here. So, because Little Caesars treats their workers a little bit more in their paycheck, they're going to win 4-2 against Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, you were out pizzaed. You're out of here. Little Caesars moving on to the Pizza Chain Championship. All right. The last Final Four matchup we have is the 6th seed Papa Murphy's, who's kind of come out of nowhere against the 2nd seed Domino's. Let's get this going. All right, starting off with category 12. This is going to be product placement. I can already tell you Papa Murphy's ain't in the movie industry. Meanwhile, Domino's 24 product placements. So Domino's getting a point here, 1-0. Next up, we got category 10. Category 10 is going to be my logo preference. Domino's won with this last round, and they're going to win with this again because Papa Murphy's, the red and white color scheme, reminds me of a ripoff of Papa John's a little bit. And I don't know. I'm upset about it. No, I think it's a boring logo. So Domino's is going to go up 2-0 here against Papa Murphy's. All right, next up, we got category 9. Category 9 is going to be my actual preference. I haven't had Papa Murphy's, so once again, Domino's getting away with a lot of these categories again. They're up 3-0. Could we get a sweep in the Final Four? Rarely does that happen since you have to get to 4 points. Next up, we got category 11. We have all my preferences just playing out right here. This is going to be slogan now. Papa Murphy's slogan is take and bake pizza. Domino's will deliver in 30 minutes or less, or it's free. That's just long, a mouthful, and they don't use it as much anymore because they don't want to give you the free pizza, so it's a little bit. I'm going to give it to the take and bake pizza. So Papa Murphy's isn't going to get swept here. They at least got a point on the board against the juggernaut, which is Domino's. Next up, we got category 4. Finally hit all the categories. I was starting to think that little piece of paper just was non-existent. Category 4 is going to be menu variety. So different variety of pizzas, side items, desserts, salads, everything except like drinks, So Papa Murphy's has the Angus steak pizza, the spicy fennel sausage, and 34 other menu items for a total of 36. Meanwhile, Domino's, they got the spinach feta, the Wisconsin 6 cheese, and 48 other menu items for a total of 50. So they are going to get the point here. They're going to convincingly beat Papa Murphy's 4-1. I'd like to think Papa John's would have fared better against them, but that's not how it goes. Domino's, you're going to the championship. Papa Murphy's, sorry, you are out of here. All right, we have the pizza chain championship. Who's going to be crowned the ultimate pizza party something? I don't know. What's a good name for the championship crowning for a pizza chain? The most popular pizza. That's so generic. Anyways, let's get this going with the 2nd seed Domino's and the 4th seed Little Caesars. Hey, at least we don't have a 1-2 matchup this time around. There's a little differentiation going on. Again, this is going to be best out of 7. 1st to 4. Buckle your seat belt. Put on your pepperoni britches. Let's go. Also put in the comments, what's your favorite type of pizza? We got category 1 starting us off, which is revenue. Domino's $4.3 billion revenue, outmaneuvering Little Caesars $1.1 billion by about a 4 times difference. Domino's going to get an early lead here, 1-0. All right, next up, we got category 8. Category 8 is going to be established date. Little Caesars was established in 1959. Domino's 1 year younger, 1960. So that 1 year difference is going to help Little Caesars out, tying it up 1-1. All right, next up, we got category, this is 2. Category 2 is going to be number of locations. Little Caesars, 4,192. Domino's, 6,747. Domino's going to get another point here, going up 2-1. All right. We got category 5 now. Category 5 is going to be customer review. Little Caesars has a 3.4 out of 5-star rating. That's okay. Domino's, though, the worst in this tournament. A absolutely atrocious 1.9 out of 5-star rating on the national average. That is abysmal. That is, wow. I don't think I've ever seen a rating that low. So Little Caesars is going to tie it up 2-2. What the hell y'all be doing, Domino's, to get you average rating that low? Next up, we got category 3, which is going to be that price of that cheese pizza. Little Caesars got this on lock with that $6. Domino's, though, a fair $9.99, That's not like the $15, $16, $17 that we've seen earlier, but still not enough to beat that Little Caesars. So Little Caesars 3-2. They could beat Domino's, or will Domino's clap back? Let's see. We got category 7. Category 7 is going to be that pay per hour. Domino's $9.95. Little Caesars $10.18 an hour. So holy moly, pizza my ass. Little Caesars just beat Domino's to be crowned the Pizza Chain Champion. That took almost all of it out of me. So wow, the 4th seed being crowned the ultimate pizza. What do y'all think about that? Little Caesars, usually the broke boy choice, you know, get pizza on a budget type shit. You know, I grew up on that a little bit, you know, when dad wasn't bringing home Papa John's, we had Little Caesars oftentimes, you know. So, wow, that's crazy. I never thought Little Caesars was super high quality, although their crazy bread goes hard. But hey, it just shows that the cheap choice isn't always the bad choice. It can lead you all the way to a championship on a YouTube channel, you know. So congratulations, Domino's, to making it that far, and even bigger congratulations to Little Caesars being the champion. Like if you like this video. If you want to see more of these type of videos, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button and join the Southern Woods community. Without further ado, y'all, Southern Woods out.